Dear listeners, this is your oldest member of FSE Radio, Nina speaking, and I wanted to welcome you to our first episode of the podcast for this academic year. I wanted to give a brief shout out to Heidi and Ludi, the OGs. Heidi is in Japan doing her master's in astrophysics, and Ludi, well, maybe we will still see her around. So we are back with a wonderful new team, and I thought that you should have just as much of a privilege of getting to know them as I have. So enjoy us having some good laughs, talking over interesting icebreakers, and getting comfortable with all the new voices. So welcome, guys. How about we start with names and what you all applied for?
Hi, I'm Santiago and I will be an interviewer.
My name is Sandija and I will be the social media manager.
Hi, my name is Thimo and I will be an interviewer.
Hi, I'm Aedan and I will also be an interviewer.
My name is Patryk and I'm going to be the sound editor.
Amazing. I'm so happy with this team. I'm so glad. It was a long interview process and we got many applications, but I am really happy with how things turned out. Guys, early bird or night owl? Quick fire questions.
We're getting right into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
A night owl for sure. I cannot be awake early in the morning. I'm just not awake yet. I need to be studying late at night. I need to be doing stuff late at night. I'm not doing early in the morning. Only if I'm like in a lecture at 9 a.m. it's fine. But no, I'm night owl for sure.
I agree. Same for me. Early morning lectures, I so often try to avoid 9 a.m.s as much as possible, even if I have to like have classes late on a Friday. 9 a.m.s are absolutely the death of me.
I prefer waking up early.
Really?
Yeah. I feel I had a little episode in high school where I would wake up at 5 a.m. during summer.
Oh my god.
Crazy, just
during
crazy.
summer, and I would go, oh my god, I would go onto my terrace and like meditate every morning.
Okay, wellness.
Wow.
I don't know what was going on.
Can I ask what time did you go to sleep when you woke up at 5
See,
a.m.?
that's the problem right now. I would go to bed at like 9:30, 10.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
In
but
the summer?
yeah.
Damn.
That was like, it lasted a month. Yeah. But that's the problem now, is that I am so busy now and I have so many things in the evening and I have a social life that it's really hard to keep up with the whole, early bird schedule.
I mean, uni forces you to some extent to be like to wake up early, right? A 9 a.m. lecture is pretty early, I would say.
Yeah, just not every day, thank God. So yeah, no, but definitely early bird. If I could afford to, I would wake up early, get things done.
What about you, Patryk?
I like doing stuff early in the morning, but I don't like waking up early. So it is kind of a conflict, but I do like taking classes that are at 9 a.m. so that I am forced to wake up early and then I can actually do more stuff in the day.
That's
a good
smart, yeah.
strategy.
I agree with that actually.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, but if you love sleeping in, how did you survive high school? Because I don't know how about you, my classes started at 8 a.m. and I lived quite far away, so I had to wake up really early.
8 a.m. is rough.
Yeah,
Damn.
I had to be at school at 8:25 and I lived an hour away by train, so I would wake up at like 6:30 because my parents were always like, you have to have breakfast every morning.
Same.
So like get ready, have breakfast and everything, then take the bus, train, another bus, a metro.
Oh my God.
It was so far. And yeah, I don't know. I've had that same conversation with so many friends. Like, how did we do that for 4 years plus like middle school and everything? And now like
Now there's no way back.
Struggling.
It's like, oh, it's the end of the world. It's so funny. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I also used to live really far from school,
Yeah.
like maybe an hour away. Yeah, and taking the bus. I'll just sleep on the bus though. Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
I miss my train so often though when I slept, so
Same.
I couldn't do that.
I did
Yeah.
everything on that train. I did my homework, I listened to
Yeah,
music, I read books. It was so productive on that train. I was thriving.
Yeah.
I do that now whenever I travel home. I
Mm.
just get things done on the train because it's like quite a long train ride as well.
Yeah, the
completely
one
fair.
from here to Schiphol.
Yeah.
Peak lock-in hours.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you,
I
Santiago?
want to ask, like, is it true that like for you guys that you guys say that you live far away, right? But I live very close to you. when I used to live very close to my school, and I would always be late. So like, was it the case for you guys that like the farther you live, like the more on time you are, or because for me it was like
I think so.
every time I was late. I couldn't help it. It's still right now. So even if I have like 9 a.m., I always show up at least 9:10.
I feel like the people that live far from uni now also show up earlier than the rest. Because I feel like there's a schedule. They gotta take one
exactly.
bus.
If you miss the train or
Yeah.
the bus, then you're like an hour late.
Yeah.
For my friends, definitely don't. No, they're definitely always too late. Actually, even though they have to take the bus, they take a bus later. For me, last year I was living at home as well. I take the bus later if I'm too late. Like I'm fine. Definitely,
Yeah.
that's also another problem. If you are like a very late light owl or whatever, like definitely people would be too late. But I guess I'm getting where you're coming from, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like it's completely fair.
I guess like you learn to be late and then you stuck with it, right?
Yeah.
You accept that you're late, and then you're not gonna be like, oh no, you should be on time. You should respect other people's time. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I barely make it on time to my lectures now. Like barely. Because
I'm
I
either
got
like
so used
half
to it.
hour early or there like as the door's closing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one or the other.
Yeah. What about you, Santiago?
Like I live like 20-25 minutes by bike,
Yeah.
but then I still manage to be 15 minutes late. I think it's I'm not the proudest. So okay, like there is this stereotype, right? Spanish people are always late, and I qualify for it because I think for the past 2 weeks I haven't gone to a 9 a.m. lecture on time, which is like, okay, it's 9 a.m.,
Valid.
but I only have
Yeah.
9 a.m. lectures. So if it's 9 a.m., I'm always late. So I live with that. And sometimes I decide to skip it completely and be like, okay, I'll do that at my home.
Yeah. I'll listen to the recording.
Yeah.
If recorded.
If recorded.
Okay. Nice little icebreaker out of the way. Did you want to say something, Thimo?
Wait, guys, maybe we should say what we're studying, where we're coming from,
I
what
was
field
just
we're
going
going
to say,
from.
yes.
Yeah, who is going to start with this? Who wants to say?
Sandy here. I'm studying applied math, so definitely a lot of 9 a.m.s up until 5 p.m. So a lot of it's a 9 to 5 field.
Yeah.
Can we also include why we decided to study it?
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
good
that would be
idea.
nice. Oh, no.
I like math.
Period. That's all you need.
That's a good reason.
A good enough reason, it's fine.
What about you, Thimo?
I'm doing biology. I'm a third year now, and I'm doing like neuroscience specifically in biology. So
Very nice. Aedan here. I'm a liberal arts student. Do not ask me how to define that. No one knows at this point. I just say I'm doing whatever I want, which now is law. I'm doing a minor in law. But yeah, as for why I chose it, I chose LAS originally because I'm very, very indecisive. So I wanted to have like a year to settle on what exactly I wanted to follow. But I liked it because I've taken so many different courses: science, stats, calculus, law, international politics, and now I know that I want to do law. So I'm enjoying it thus far.
Nice. Are you thinking of applying to the bachelor for law?
I don't think not another bachelor. I want to do a master's in law.
Okay. And you can get there through the liberal arts studies?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I
Really cool.
for the one in Groningen, because I'm now doing the minor here,
Mhm.
I qualify for they call it quote unquote direct access. So like I still have to apply, obviously, but it's like kind of a streamlined process. And for Utrecht, which is my other main choice, here in the Netherlands, you just have to have 45 credits of law, which I now have like 60, I think. So
Very nice. Is there a
Yeah.
specific law that you're interested in?
I really want to do environmental law. So that's my goal at this point, probably within the EU, but that is exactly still to be determined. But yeah, I think environmental law, specifically like energy law, that's the master's here in Groningen. But all of it is like super interesting to me.
Yeah, really nice. Since we're going in a circle. So yeah, I have been on FSC radio for a couple of years. Back then I was doing biology. I graduated from that actually last week. So I'm doing a 4th year to finish my philosophy of life sciences degree. And I, very last minute, got into a pre-master for social psych. I applied on the last day. I was like, you know what? I'll just try to get in because there was only 5 places available. But I ended up ranking up and getting in over the summer. So 5 courses a block, busy. But yeah, so I'm also kind of not really sure what I want to do. Something that's a combination of all these things. Yeah, and I'm planning on doing a master's next year. Not sure in what yet, but yeah, that's my current schedule.
Exciting.
Well, I'm doing AI, and basically the reasoning was that I wanted to do CS, but then I noticed that there was an AI program, and it seemed a bit more interesting than CS because it's less technical and it's more like broad. So that's what I decided to do. And I don't have any specific plans for the future right now.
Yeah.
Sounds cool. I'm doing chemistry, and I'm also now taking biomedical engineering. I first started doing chemistry, and then I was like, this is fine. And then I want to go into the medical field. So it's like, you know what? Let's go into it. I decided on my second year to start doing both, and so far it's paying off.
Very nice.
Very cool, guys. So a lot of different disciplines, which is very cool.
Quite a diverse group.
Yeah. And so more interesting podcast ideas, more interesting guests. FYI, guys, we had to re-record this podcast because yesterday we tried recording the intro episode and it did not record. It wasn't even on. So get ready for some of the same questions that we've asked before. There is better chemistry for sure. But yeah, we talked about hobbies before. So what are you guys interested in outside of uni? Just to get to know you as a person.
Well, for me, I strive for I really like sports, so I don't have like a specific sport that I like, but then when I like a sport, I really like to go for it. So I'm really into ultras, so to say. So anything that is running, cycling, I'm really passionate about it. And well, it's not really a hobby, right? It's something that is something that you carry on with you, but then. Something that I did this last summer that could qualify as a hobby too is that I tried to go from Spain to the Netherlands by bike. It didn't go that well, but I tried my best. My bike broke a few times, but I ended up covering like 1,200 kilometers, something like that, and it was really fun. So that is something that I'm really into, these kind of ultras. Now I'm starting to run, so I have a marathon coming up. Really excited about it. So anything that is taking the sport to the extreme is really my thing.
Damn. So a lot of cardio.
One could say, but like it's like 2 years ago I wouldn't have done any cardio. I would have been like typical person that regularly goes to the gym, nothing crazy, does football since it's 5 years old. But then these last 2 years I was like, I gotta take on this challenge.
Yeah, I
Exciting.
had to get used to running as well. I don't run as much anymore. I started going to the gym more for strength building, but yeah, I mean, the runner's high and everything. I hated running in the beginning, but it got really nice towards the end. Yeah.
When did it get good? Like, when does it start to get good?
You know, I remember, so I think I started when I was like 15, and
Wow.
I remember not being able to run for more than like 250 meters straight. Like I would have to stop. And I think each time I just added like more and more and more. And it started getting fun when you set, or I don't know, I would be running. I wouldn't set a certain goal in mind. I know how much I would run before that without taking a break, for example. And when I would surpass that, the next time I run, oh my God, it would feel so nice.
So
like,
the sense of achievement is
yeah,
what kept you going.
Endurance. And I think, you know, it's that feeling of like, if you can conquer that and the pain that you get with that, you can do anything. It kind of makes you feel quite unstoppable. It's really nice. Yeah.
I have to get into running. I'm normally a swimmer, but for some reason like I haven't gone to the Willem Alexander Sports Center, which that one I think is the main pool.
Yeah.
At least with like Aklo. But I haven't gone like as much as I should. I went a few times last year, but I haven't gone once this year. But
Yeah.
I need to get into running. I feel like running is
Safer too. I don't know. I feel like if I were to swim, I would drown. You know.
I need to get into swimming because I actually shouldn't be doing as much high impact anymore, which is why I started going to the gym. But yeah, swimming. I know you have to book a slot though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You can't just go whenever, which is for me the most annoying thing.
Yeah.
But
How available
How often
is
in
it?
advance do you need to book?
Yeah.
usually there's still slots open like a few days before. I think there's 3 or 4 slots a week. If I'm correct, it might have changed this year.
Mm.
but
That's
I
not a
could-
lot. That's pretty difficult.
It is, and there's only like 20 to 30 spaces per slot.
And are they also like 7 a.m. or something like that?
I think, if I remember correctly, absolutely fact check this if you're interested. I think there were like one at 10 on Wednesdays, another one at like 5 on Wednesdays, and then a few on Saturday. But it's quite limited, I think, which is quite frustrating. But also like professional teams use the pool, I guess. So
Like often when I want to go on a run or want to go to the gym, I go like on an impulse. Like I want to. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm going to the gym now.
exactly.
I'm going to a run now, and that's not. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that then.
Thing.
Yeah, that's annoying. For me, I'm actually a runner as well. I often run, but I kind of like slack off sometimes, and I forgot about it for a few weeks, and then later, I tried to do like a athletics, like a track and field organization at the beginning of the year, like a student organization who does that. But then I stopped as well because the level was just a bunch higher than me, and I just couldn't keep up really. So it didn't feel fun running with them, But I tried to do it, try my best.
Yeah.
No, the other night I was going for like a super long walk in the middle of the night, and I was like, I feel like this is similar to running, like just kind of go and don't really set like an idea for yourself. Not running at night, that I think would be a little freaky, but like you just like leave the house and go somewhere. Because otherwise, like I always go to the gym.
Yeah.
I've never just like run or exercised in public like that. That for me is the like scariest hill to get over.
One of my friends once bet me to run at like
Stop.
Yeah. No, okay, so okay. So I started running again when I was in Groningen at this point. Because I obviously start and stop every now and then. And I was sharing like my achievements with my friend group, and I was like, guys, like I ran 7K and I'm so proud of myself. And my friend was like, try doing 8 at like 1 a.m. Bet. I got like €5 out of it.
Oh my gosh.
Except I ended up not running at night, so my mom recommended me not to.
Yeah, I feel like that.
But yeah, no, I did get money from it.
There you go, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. But I was challenged to that once. Yeah.
I wish. I'm still waiting to reach that runner's high, because I feel like running is such an accessible hobby. You don't have to pay, and once you're out of the house, you might as well run, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get into that now. I have a seasonal hobby. I love to read during the summer, because when it's sunny outside and you're not hanging out with friends, you're not going to stay inside. You're going to go outside, sunbathe, read a good book. So I do that. And movies. I love watching movies, winding down with a good movie. I love my little letterbox and writing a good review, hopefully funny review after each movie that I watch. I'm trying to branch out now a bit more, like trying foreign directors. I love seeing what movies my friends like. And if my friend has written a bad review about a movie, I'm probably not going to watch it.
Yeah.
We have similar tastes.
I've never heard of Letterboxd. I know that
Really?
Guys, I'm not a movie person. We can actually get into that. I'm really
Letterboxd
curious.
is so
I
fun.
agree. I'm not a movie person as well. I cannot commit to a movie on like
No.
an evening or whatever. I need to do something or something. I just
Really?
cannot commit to it. I just
I
cannot
love a
commit.
good movie.
I
Oh my god.
What was the latest movie that you guys have seen?
That's a rough
I
question.
can go first. I just saw the new Conjuring movie when I was
Mm.
in Paris visiting a friend. We saw it in theaters. It was good. I don't know have you guys seen the Conjuring
Yeah.
franchise?
Yeah.
This was I don't know if they're gonna do another one, but this is like the latest one in like almost 10 now, I think.
Really?
There's
Has it
been
been
so
that
many.
long?
I mean, not like the core, but like also Annabelle and all of those.
Yeah,
they're all in the
yeah.
same
Like the
universe.
Nun. I think the Nun was.
Yeah.
Last ones.
It was
So,
good.
yeah, horror kind of.
Really?
Yeah, horror movies.
Damn. There was one that I watched I was in Australia back then, but like I watched it. I forgot what it was called, but it was really graphic.
Oh yeah, I don't love that much.
It was
to be
like the
fair.
sounds were awful, and I
Oh,
had to stop. I was awful. No.
No, I prefer like a psychological horror. Like a little bit of suspense, a little bit of violence is okay.
Yeah.
But when it's like completely slasher, like
Yeah.
very gory, I think that's too much for me.
I know what you mean. I also draw the line at many jump scares. I hate. They feel so cheap to me. I like when a movie
fair.
scares me psychologically. Like
Yeah.
it keeps me on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else here a movie / not a movie person?
Not a movie person.
Not a movie person.
No.
Yeah, I'm also not a movie person.
Really?
I watch a lot of
Wow.
TV shows, but like it's hard to commit to a single movie.
But I
which is-
feel like a TV show is longer. Isn't that a bigger commitment?
Yeah, but like once I commit to a TV show, I wanna keep watching it. But in order to commit to a movie, I have to commit every single time again.
Yeah.
So that's harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and an episode of a TV show is like an hour maybe at max, or 40 minutes,
Yeah.
and then a movie can be 2.5 hours, and I need to commit for the 2.5 hours for like a movie. And maybe I'm doing something else. I'm not probably, but maybe I'm doing something else. I don't know. It's like
Maybe you want to do something else.
yeah, maybe that's true. Yeah.
I remember watching the Stephen Hawking biopic.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my god, it was
Was that with
3
Eddie Redmayne?
Theory of
don't ask me.
everything.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was 3 hours long,
Oh wow.
and I just like fell asleep. I no. But I was getting really competitive with myself. I'm very competitive to a certain point. Like I was like, I gotta push through. I
you
didn't.
didn't?
No, I
Damn.
didn't.
Scathing review.
I think there's obviously movies I have seen. I like the psychological ones. I saw One Fell Out the Cuckoo's Nest, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I read that
Um,
book this year.
So yeah, the movie is really great. I loved The Green Mile, but I read the
Okay.
book
Mm.
first. The book is better.
Okay.
But yeah, more like psychological, like Truman Show, Eternal
That's
Sunshine
good.
of
That's
the
classic.
Spotless Mind,
That's
like
nice.
yeah. I don't remember the last movie though. I think Wicked.
Oh,
Fair enough. There's a
didn't see
new
the first
part
one. I'm
coming
gonna wait
up.
until the
Yeah.
second one comes out and then watch them back to back.
Or maybe it was the third Bridget Jones with my mom. Yeah,
Love that.
iconic.
For me,
But
it
yeah.
was like I think it was like an David Attenborough movie, like a nature documentary. I think that's the last movie I watched.
He does have a great
Probably
voice.
a couple months ago, or like a half year ago, but that's probably the last movie. Yeah.
I watched this movie with my friends. A friend of mine recommended it, and it's called Another Round.
Okay.
It's not a comedy, but it's like a very funny concept, which it always made it like feel bad every time that I was laughing because it's not a comedy. It's about professors in Denmark that decide to take on an experiment where they say that the body has so there's a deficiency of alcohol in the blood of 0.05%. So they need to be on a daily basis above 0.05%, only during work hours. So it's pretty strict. From 9 to 5, they're professors at school. From 9 to 5, they have to be under, like, sort of tipsy, you can say. But then after that, no alcohol. In the weekends, no alcohol. And it's fun to watch, but it's not a comedy. So sometimes you feel bad because of laughing, but it's I would recommend it.
Was it like a documentary? Is this
Sort
real?
of. It's sort of like a critic to Denmark culture,
Oh, interesting.
which I think could also apply to Dutch culture. I don't know how.
A
I don't know
very
how
good
many
point.
people I'm offending
I
here,
mean,
but
the drinking culture here is like it's
It
pretty
is very
intense.
intense.
Yeah, yeah.
Drinking culture can be like really intense. Sometimes it does depend how you are going to do it, but sometimes
That's
it can be really intense. Yeah.
Um,
What are your favorite shows then for the people that like TV shows?
For me, it's the classic answer, Breaking Bad.
oh, nice.
Yeah,
Breaking Bad.
I rewatched it I think 2 times or maybe 3. I don't even remember.
How many seasons is it?
I think like 5.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't. No one attack. I've never seen it. I know of it, obviously, but I've never seen it.
I thought it was longer than 5.
Same.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's 5, but like I'm not 100% sure.
yeah,
I have to watch it.
Watch
Then.
it
I feel like 5 is quite manageable.
yeah. I like Gilmore Girls.
Mm.
I like Gilmore Girls. The character development's like, it makes sense. And
Mhm.
it's really realistic. Like there's some things you obviously don't expect a character to do, but I like it because it's not the cliche, and I don't know, I really like it. It's just really intricate. But yeah.
It is really nice. I love Arcane.
Oh yeah.
So good. So good. The storylines, the visuals, everything. Great show.
Mm.
So I just said, TV shows are more manageable, but I don't really watch TV shows.
What do you like?
YouTube.
So I don't know. I think in that sort of like moments, when do you watch like TV shows or movie? When, like in evenings, or when you watch these things? Like
yeah, when
usually
I eat.
on the weekend. Yeah, on meal times or weekends, I think.
yeah, I don't know. I think maybe in those places I play games or whatever. I think I play more games. I think that's fair.
Like video games or board games?
Video games. Board games are fun, but like those I'm not gonna play a board game on my own. Like that's not what I'm gonna do.
Are there any solo board games? Is that
I mean,
a
you have
thing?
Solitaire, right?
Oh yeah,
You can call that a
that's
board
true.
game?
That's true.
But I'm not gonna play solitaire on my evening.
The thrilling evening.
I'm really exciting, you know.
What games do you like to play?
So I just like there's like a cool game on like Steam which everyone was playing for some reason. It was Dave the Diver, it's called, and I was like, what the fuck is this game? But it's really cool because you can just like, you're just diving and then you're killing some fish or getting some fish, and then you're selling them as sushi, and then it's some sort of like, it's weird. Yeah, it's really like cool, and then you're discovering some weird stuff in the ocean and stuff. It's a weird game, but I really like it. I'm playing it right now, so
I
yeah.
have to check it out.
I think I remember you talking about this during our interview. For some, or maybe I heard it somewhere else, or maybe I'm connecting this to you.
That would be a weird thing to talk about during an interview. I gotta be honest.
skills.
Testing your interview, yeah.
I can like catch fish and make them into sushi. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I
Making
know.
on the spot skills as an interviewer. Yeah. Oh my gosh, no, but I think I've heard of that. It's like a little bit like abstract looking, or no? Maybe I'm tripping, guys.
It's like a
looking.
it's like a pixelated game, I think. Yeah, it's just like an old school looking game, but it's new kind of vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have heard of it somewhere else then.
I've been playing No Man's Sky. Speaking of Steam, one of my friends, Greta, she's a big gamer, and she saw this game No Man's Sky, which is like the imagine like kind of the mechanics of Minecraft, but in space. It's like very free to explore. You can like go to different planets and galaxies and stuff and like collect resources, but it's all in space.
Is it like a management game or?
Kind of.
Because it's like really infinite. Like it's like an infinite weird game, like really big or something.
I mean, you do have some like you can follow missions if you want, but otherwise you can just like explore everything. And like we were like literally just on a little planet looking at fish and swimming in the ocean together because you can play with friends as well. So we were in like a multiplayer group.
It's the same experience. I'm also looking at fish in the ocean, so it's fine.
Wait, true.
Wait, I also played a video game this summer which is about fishing. It's called Dredge. Do you know Dredge?
Oh, I haven't heard of it.
It's really nice. The mechanics are really nice. I love them. I found the inventory very unique because the fish have different shapes and you have specific like a specifically shaped inventory pixelated, so you have to fit in the fish like Tetris.
So like a puzzle as well.
Kinda. It does a side mechanic. I think it's mostly like Lovecraftian, so like a bit horror based because there's spooky stuff happening with the fish. They're getting infected, and you have to figure out what's going on. It's it was a really nice play.
That's really intricate. Damn.
That does sound cool.
We love fish, apparently.
Yeah.
Next episode,
fancy.
all about
Yeah.
fish.
Damn. What about you guys? Any particular games you're into?
Well, we'll go through these Minecraft phases, right? But then recently with my friend group we had a very similar Minecraft phase, but it's a Terraria phase.
Oh, nice.
Which, if you guys don't know, is just like a Minecraft but in 2D.
I tried playing it, but it seems so complicated. There's so much
still don't know
stuff
how it
there.
goes.
Oh.
My friends know, so I'm just trying to like do something. So so the idea is to complete the game without looking at anything. It's never gonna work out because it would require like hundreds of hours. But as a plan is this Minecraft phase, but we just had it with Terraria.
Nice.
I agree with the Minecraft phase, but I don't know. I can't get into games particularly. I loved gaming as a kid, but now I can't seem to get into gaming. I don't know why, but I did have a Minecraft phase and it lasted like a month.
What game did you play when you were a kid?
Mario Bros was my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah, and then the lightsaber thing on Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah, that was
loved
amazing.
it.
Yeah, for
God.
sure.
I got to the volcano level.
Oh wow.
I was really good, yo.
We have a
was
pro
really
in the house.
I was drenched by the end of every game. I swear to God, it was a complete workout.
I played a lot of Wii Sports Resort, but in the lightsaber, what we did, I played with my sister 1v1, and it was so competitive every time.
Did you not accidentally hit each other?
I think it happened quite a few times. We had to like completely move the tables of the living room because otherwise we didn't have space. So it was like a whole event in the house.
Oh wow.
Because that happened to me a few times with my friends where we just end up like accidentally hitting each other, especially with that game. Yeah. What about you, Patryk?
Recently, I had a Factorio phase. I don't know if you guys heard of it. Yeah, it's super addicting. So whenever I start playing it, I just can't stop. And for a few days, I'm going to spend way too much time on it. So then I have to tell myself, okay, starting tomorrow, I'm not playing it anymore. And then for a few weeks, I forget about it. And then after that, I get back to it.
Yeah. What is the premise of that game?
So basically, you're on like a planet and you're extracting resources and you're processing the resources and you're like building all those like factories and like processing lines, and it's just like progressing.
I think
like
I
that.
have seen that.
Yeah.
I think I have seen that.
So making an
pretty
industrial revolution on Mars. Or-
Kinda, yeah.
I wanted to say like capitalism simulator or something.
yeah, kind of like that.
Just destroying the planet as fast as possible.
Yeah, because there's also like creatures there that you just can like kill and you don't care about them because they just annoy you.
Damn. Oh my God. I just remembered. Have you guys played Astrobot? Have you heard of it maybe?
Sounds familiar, but I don't know.
No.
Okay, well, this was also in Australia, but I like lived in a house with 6 dudes and like one of them, all great guys, I miss them a lot, but one of them had like a no, I was actually really lucky. You'd be very surprised. No, but so one of them had a PS5 in the living room, and we could all use it and play on it, whatever. And on the PS5, you have a game called Astrobot, and it is so cool. It is so cool. Like, I think I would have gotten really addicted to that hadn't I, left Australia. But you feel like and the robots are so cute. I don't know if you guys can search it.
I've seen it played at the forum.
I've
People playing
seen
it at the
it, I
forum.
think.
All the levels are so different and so colorful, and you have to find and save the little robots, and they're so adorable, guys. It's like Mario Bros but better. And when you can feel like when they jump and when they run,
the controller
the
vibrates.
controller vibrates.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Haptics.
Yeah, so super interactive. I loved it so much.
I've never seen this, but it does look really, really cute.
Yeah, I think it won like Game of the Year or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I don't know
Sick.
what award specifically. I'm sure there's a lot of Game of the Year awards.
Award from the cutest game, just like it's very cute.
Yeah.
Oh, it was released only last year. Oh, it's a really new game.
It
then.
is very, very
Oh
new.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Exciting. It was the highest rated game of 2024 on Metacritic. I have no idea what that is. An American website that okay.
I
It's won
remember-
awards for sure.
Yeah, I remember them also forcing me to play horror games,
Oh, fun.
and I wouldn't know where the jump scares are.
Oh, no.
And I would walk into the living room, and it's like noon, so it's bright outside, and all the curtains would be closed.
have to
And
create the ambiance.
They would just be sitting in the dark and like waiting for the jump scare. I would hear them scream sometimes. It was like a whole setup. Yeah. No, they
That's
were
so
really into
funny.
gaming.
It sounds like a great time, honestly.
Yeah, no, it was great. I had really nice housemates. But yeah, no, so I think that's the last time I played video games.
Nice.
I want to ask you guys, if you guys could interview someone who was dead or alive, who would you choose?
That's a Good question.
Not an easy question.
On this podcast or on any podcast?
I think on this podcast.
Trisha Paytas.
Wait, Loki.
I'm kidding.
No, but fair. She's a mom now, right? She has
Yeah.
different
No,
experience. She's lived
had a-
100
she's an
lives.
I'm not even a fan. Like, I really don't know why.
I feel like she would be a good podcast. She has her own
Yeah.
podcast, doesn't she?
I think so, yeah.
Everyone does, honestly. So maybe
Yeah, at this
possibly,
point.
yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
good
does anyone
question,
have an
though.
idea?
I would say if it was like on this podcast, probably Alan Turing. I feel like he would be really, really
Yeah,
interesting to
yeah.
talk to, especially like
Mm.
nowadays. Yeah.
In my view, I would say because of the character he developed and because of the name he has gotten, it's Richard Feynman, who is like a very famous
Mm.
scientist. And like he's known for being very charismatic, so I think it would be very, very easy to have him here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I would interview Ariana Grande.
She's also lived like 100 lives. She's
She
done
has.
so much.
Yeah. And, or actually, I mean, I'm saying her because I admire her, but I think anyone in the scene of, or, you know, who's I guess on that celebrity level who has to
Yeah.
deal with the pressures
Yeah,
of being in the public
absolutely.
eye. I'm so curious about that.
Yeah, what does that do to a person, honestly?
Yeah.
Like because sometimes I feel like so many, especially when you're young, you think like, oh, I would love to be famous. I would love to be like a celebrity, but you never think about like, what would that actually be like?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I was thinking of, okay, well, I mean, not saying I would have become like a celebrity or anything, but you know, I was thinking of certain dreams or projects that I'd love to do. And I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I can't do these unless I am active on social media, unless
Yeah,
I
yeah.
kind of gain an audience, you know, and I'm kind of thinking like, okay, well, there's so many downsides to,
Yeah, exactly.
to
you
that.
lose all your privacy. You lose
yeah,
like any sense of kind of not dignity, but like a sense of self-respect because people are just constantly criticizing you.
yeah, no, exactly. So I think
Yeah.
that's the reason why I'd want to interview.
But you can always go
Yeah.
to Bahamas and forget about everything, right?
If you're rich enough, you can just disappear.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if I could.
Enter another episode about conspiracy theories.
Yeah, go to Australia.
There you
for 6
go.
months. Yeah.
Leave the world behind.
Yeah. Any other ideas?
For me, definitely like a Greek philosopher, like a very old, very different era
That
of like
would be good,
living
yeah.
and of just someone from that area. I would just like be
Yeah.
very interested in that,
Mm.
how they live. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's a really good idea. That's
Like
good.
anyone you bring from there would be cool, right? It doesn't need to be a Greek philosopher because like the shock they would have it would be crazy.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
Yeah.
it's like the meme of bringing a Victorian child and showing them like a modern meme or something. Showing them a song.
Oh my
The
gosh.
first thing you think of is a modern meme, like technology. Nah. Just
Show them a phone, they just faint.
Give
Or-
them a Red Bull, honestly.
They would absolutely not survive that.
I think they would understand everything there is to know about metaphysics better than we do.
No, but honestly, they were eating lead at that point, weren't they? So I think they've had tougher substances.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I feel like they would be shocked to, or like maybe with Greek philosophers, they're gonna be like, wait, you guys had the same thoughts I did? Or, oh my God, one of my friends told me like I would also freak out if like I was the first person on earth and like I was having all these revolutionary thoughts. Like, okay, well, I'm a little offended as a philosophy student, but yeah. I mean, maybe. Yeah, no, Greek philosophers sounds cool. But more about their lives or more about their theories and their...
I don't know, just like what they're thinking and but like they don't like know a lot of things really yet. They're just thinking about things and like they just seeing like what we now know and stuff. Like that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Drop Plato in the UN and see if he can solve things. We'll see how that goes.
From the law student, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Listen.
What about you guys?
I was thinking this Greek philosopher, like the view that we have of science has changed so much because back the Greek philosophers thought of philosophy and physics. I mean, I don't know exactly what the term they had, but they conglomerated all physics and biology and everything into one term. I don't know exactly what it is, but they view it all as the same, and also things like alchemy that now we know we call it pseudoscientific. But they will have all these crazy different ideas over science that for us have been shaped for 4 or 5 centuries. And yeah, they will have such a different view because you could be talking about math and then you're just talking about math. But for them is the same thing, talking about math and talking about philosophy.
Yeah, it was all interconnected. That's true.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't expect philosophy to be as hard as it is. It really is, and I was saying this to my friends. It's like word physics. It really does give the same vibe as physics.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, like we were reading Aristotle, and it's like primary substances and secondary substances and essences.
Yeah,
and
like the humors and stuff.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, this plus this and that. And it really does feel like a formula that you just have to understand. And if you don't, you're kind of screwed.
No, I remember I had to take philosophy of science last year, as it was like a mandatory course. And we had one lecture that was all about logic and like not logical equations, but like applying kind of like an equational formula to like philosophy ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was genuinely just arithmetic. I was like, what?
Yeah, I remember taking that course as well.
Yeah.
Philosophy of science. And I remember like going over things that I never expected to go over.
Same.
Like,
it really touched on a lot.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Do we see what we actually see through a microscope? Like, well, yeah. Like, duh.
But do we?
Exactly. What about you, Patryk?
I don't really know. I don't have anyone in mind.
That's also completely fine, actually. Completely fine.
I had a question for you guys to get to know you guys better. Do you know the type of personalities, like type A and type B? Have you heard of those?
Is that the one where like type A is very methodical,
like organized,
yeah,
and type B is a bit more chaotic, like spontaneous, with the flow type of person? So Aedan, what type would you describe yourself as?
My gut is to say type A, just because I have never like planned anything. I mean, I do plan things on the spot, but I have never planned like anything major in my life without a list, a schedule, something color coded. Like I was showing one of my roommates I made a whole spreadsheet for applying for masters, and they were like, "How long have you been working on this?" I'm like, "A year and a half, no big deal." And it's like everything color coded, everything labels. I have labels with me in my bag now, like. So unfortunately I think I have to say type A, but I want to be more like spontaneous. I feel like that's a good part of life.
Unfortunately, that's I'm so jealous now.
No, but I get like anxious and stressed if I don't have like lists and things planned out. Like even though I know like it's not the end of the world, like it's just like a class, it's just a project. Like you don't need to have all of the details, but I don't know. That's how my brain works.
I feel like every type B, like there are 2 types of type B. Those who are like okay with like just being a mess, and those that really try to be type A, but they never manage it.
I feel like I'm that person. I really, really want it to be. I want to be that girl with a planner and little cute notes and like scheduling everything. I cannot for the life of me keep that. I feel like my thoughts are disorganized. My bag is disorganized, even though I try to keep it as clean and organized as possible. It's just I've accepted the fact that this is how it is, and it's nice. It makes me more susceptible to like spontaneous ideas. What my friend messaged me like, let's go on a trip. Like, hell yeah, let's do that. Let's do it right now. In fact, I'm leaving the house. I'm packing the suitcase.
I'm in the Uber.
I've ordered you an Uber.
I'm coming to your house. Yeah.
I'm definitely the second type B as well. I really try to be like planned out and stuff, and it just doesn't work out always as I wanted to. Yeah, that's kind of it, basically. Yeah.
I think I'm type A. I think that I used to be really anxious with my grades. Like I was really, really a tryhard. And then I would get a bad grade. And then I was like, oh, it's actually not that bad. Like, and at a certain point, like I did IB. So at a certain point, I got so stressed that I was like, okay, my mental health is way more important. Yeah. I still finished, pretty well, but it kind of like the pressure I put on myself became less.
Yeah.
But considering the fact that I'm kind of like doing 5 courses now in the podcast and I'm busy with other things, I'd say type A. I'd like, maybe I'm not so good at the planning thing. Like I have my calendar, I have my schedule, but like exam weeks are coming up. I cannot stick. If I make a plan to like do this chapter this day, this chapter that
Making
day.
a plan and following the plan are two very different things.
Because I always underestimate how long it's going to take me.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
And then I'm going to stress out that I'm falling behind. And so like I just have to start and do it. But yeah, definitely I'm looking, I searched up and it says, so competitive, driven, and often stressed.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
talking about
basically.
stress in the IB, I had the exact same thing. And at one point, my mom sat me down and she was like, pick one of your classes. And this was before DP, the last 2 years, to be fair. But I was still like crazy stressed.
11 subjects.
And she was like, pick one of the classes and fail that one intentionally and just move on because this is too much. Like, I was the same way. Like, I was so stressed out for nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does get to be a lot in that scenario for sure.
Yeah. And I think, with uni, it's better as well.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot more manageable, honestly.
It is. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. What about you guys, Santiago, Patryk?
I would say that I was gonna say in the beginning that I was type B, but then the more you guys talk about it, like feel like I'm more type A. But I don't really stress, but because it has never really gone wrong with many things. So like, I feel like my past experiences are telling me like it's cool, it's fine. So even though I plan everything and like I have plans for 2-3 months, and then if someone tells me, yo, next week wanna do this, I'm always very reluctant to accept it. Even though that is a thing, I still think that, like if you come to my place, it's like I'm not gonna stress because I have to do this. It's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of the same way. Like I don't stress too much about things these days, and I don't do too much planning. But I've noticed that if I put something down in my calendar, then I am going to do it. And if I don't put it there, then I won't do it. So I just put everything I need to do there, and it's fine somehow.
Yeah.
I got that.
I definitely am like a type who doesn't plan, but also I definitely get stressed and I definitely try to plan. It doesn't mean I don't get stressed. It's just like there's nothing planned to get stressed about. It's just like there's some stress,
The stress
probably.
of life,
Yeah, I agree. It's not exclusive to type A, I think.
No, definitely
I can
not.
be going with the flow, but still stressed while in the flow.
I had a question. Can you guys plan things in the middle of the day and then do things before those plans?
Wait.
Oh, like if I have a doctor's appointment, will I think about the doctor's appointment the whole time before it?
And not be able to do anything else?
Kinda.
I have that.
Kinda.
I have that heavy. Like
It depends what it is. If it's something like a doctor's or dentist appointment, then I'm just gonna sit here. But if it's like,
if
it's a class, whatever.
Yeah. Like, okay, for example, I wake up at 8 a.m. and I have a lecture at 11. I will find it. Okay, I probably will if I'm really stressed out. But I will find it so hard to, in those 3 hours, it takes like an hour to get ready. Like a couple hours, I can't just like sit down and say, I'm going to be thinking about my lecture.
Yeah.
The same with like plans I have with my friends. I always try to plan stuff in the evening. Yeah.
No, I do have that sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. At this point in the block, especially, I'm like, if I have an hour free, I'm going to take it. I'm going to like text someone and be like, hey, do you want to FaceTime really quick?
Yeah.
But I definitely get that with like important stuff for sure.
Yeah, that was a sidetrack. My bad. I was just genuinely very curious. Yeah.
I wanted to ask Aedan. You said you're more interested into environmental law, and I was wondering if there is like a problem you're very interested in. You said energy, but like is there a specific problem you're interested?
Definitely. I wrote a paper on this in my like the first part of the second year for international law. Actually, it was quite interesting. But I think a main part, and we're kind of seeing it play out in live time, but that's a different conversation. The lack of enforceability in any major treaty in specific to international law, like with because everything's based off of, at this point, the UNFCCC framework convention on climate change, the newest one, the Paris Convention. It was supposed to be this big thing that solves all the problems and all the countries are part of, and it is, it's done a lot, but it's all based off of nationally determined contributions, where basically each member state says, okay, I'm going to set these goals for myself this year and try to reduce carbon in the transport sector, or reduce it in this, or, you know, build a few more like solar farms or something like that. And they publish them, they get reviewed, and they all get stored. They can then completely ignore that, completely go against that, do absolutely nothing, and there's no accountability for it. Obviously, it is all published, and like there is like, okay, you should probably get on that, but there's no, I don't want to say punishment, but there's no problems for any member state if they just completely ignore it. So to me, that's a really big reason why nothing really gets done. Nothing effective gets done, I think, for climate change at least.
I'm listening to you talk and I'm like, oh my God, you're going to be a great lawyer one day.
I'm at that point where I feel like it's so, like, I'm so close to like just giving up hope. I'm like, maybe I should just become a corporate lawyer, because like maybe everything is absolutely screwed. But I think that's also why I'm starting to get more interested in EU law, because there's a lot more mechanisms for enforcement that are already set up in EU law, whereas in international law there are some mechanisms. You can go through the avenue of human rights law. There have been some cases of that, but it's still it's like a lot more challenging to do that. And in my mind, like, obviously a lot of states do care and like are actively trying to make strides.
Oh, I actually wanted to ask that. I know you said you focus more on the EU law, but there's a really hot topic now in the US about the data centers and what it's doing to the environment.
I agree.
Can you, like, do you have any insights? Can you?
I think, I was talking to my mom about this as well. I think with, sorry, I talk a lot about energy and AI and all of this.
This is great, actually, yeah.
There's passion.
Yeah, because I recently did a course in Geneva, which was all about like leadership and sustainability and like the whole transition and like globally how that might play out. And one of the big things was about AI and governing AI, and specifically governing its access to energy. Because at this point, it's still largely controlled by like humans, and like, you know, whether they be like the right people who are in charge. I don't know about that. But I think from the perspective of law, there needs to be really strict regulation now.
Yeah, ASAP.
Because if AIs themselves are able to govern their energy access, or because now as well, there's a lot of discussion with using AI tools, or using like AIs to help boost grids and make like smart grids, for example. If that happens and AIs are able to control their own like energy input, then it's over. At that point, like, we would be completely screwed, because then there's no kind of going back from that, I think, bar completely shutting down the whole energy grid of, say, a country. But that would be devastating, obviously. So I think it's a really, really big issue. But
Yeah.
again, not much is happening at the moment on that.
Because it takes time, right, to
Definitely.
make the laws and everything.
Definitely.
Guys, scary stuff.
Yeah, not to get too morbid,
Scary
everybody.
AI stuff.
Very interesting stuff, but very scary stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think there's definitely hope. There's a really interesting kind of essay project called AI 2027. They kind of outline a few different, they outline some different possibilities. And they're really morbid. I don't think it's that bad at this point. I think there's still a lot of hope for regulation, but yeah, proactivity needs to happen.
Yeah, they're talking about like not even the energy access, but like just general like almost sci-fi-ish like domination, about like they can just do anything.
Yeah.
Also, it feels like unrealistic maybe sometimes, but it's pretty scary. Yeah. Sure.
And on that positive note, I think this is a good place to say goodbye.
It's a good place? Okay, yeah.
It might be a good place.
Sleep well, everyone.
Yeah, exactly. It is currently actually 7 p.m. But yeah, I mean, thank you so much for listening. we're really excited to obviously post more episodes on more interesting topics, including AI. We are definitely going to do an episode on that. I hope you enjoyed getting to know the team. I know I have. I'm really happy. And I think the chemistry is great. And yeah, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone.
Thank you.